tunasema hivi. Hivi. Ya right. Hivi. Alafu mkono wako leo unaekelea kwa huyo mwingine. Kwa mkono wako hapo. Hapana wewe. Ekelea hii hapa wewe. Sio namna hiyo. Sasa hapo Haya rudisha sasa, eka chini. Nikisema 1 unaweka hivi. Sio sawa? Eka chini. Hapana ibia. 1 eka hivi. 2 unaweka kwa mtu wako next to, unaekelea mkono yako ya left unaekelea kwa kidole yake. Haya, 1 eka mkono hivi. 1. So umeweka hivi. Haya, nikisema 2 mkono yako wa left unaekelea kwa mtu wako hapo yuko pande yako na mwekelea. Unaekelea hiyo hapo namna hiyo. Sio sawa? Nikisema 3 unafaa kumshika na wewe ufai kushikwa na unafaa kushika mtu. Unashika mtu na mkono yako ya right na unatoa na mkono yako ya left. So unaona venye ushuru wanatuongezea incentives kidogo alafu wanapunguza, ni wale watu. Si mimi nimesema, madam, si mimi nimesema tunataka bado incentives lakini hatuna shida. Tunateseka bado. Unaweza ambia serikali vijana wadogo wasukumu mbele. Lakini sijasema mimi nimesema wale debaters. Haya, so tuende tuanze tuna fresh. 1 2 3. Unafaa kushika mkono hivi. Shika hivi. Haya. Are you ready? 1 2 turn off. Nasema 3 wewe. Nasema turn off. Hapana, umefeli mtihani. Turn off. Haya, let's go. 1 2 anapata. Hapana. 2 Nasema 2 let's go. 1 2 3. I have a phone. Watu economics hawaibangi simu. Wameokota simu nimeletwa hapa. Kama umepoteza simu yako tafadhali iko on, lakini iko na password za hapa na pale na mimi sijui password. So if this is your phone, see me after this. Thank you so much. Hapa tunasomewa number 1 na number 2. Wakuja ukiitwa hivi.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so basically we have had such amazing sessions that were also quite demanding, and at times I would say it was such great an experience. So basically in the first round, the judge's decision was a 2 versus 1. Then in the second round, it was initially a tie. So we just had to tilt the balance. One of the judges was indifferent. So the balance had to be tilted. So we will just have to bear with each other. So basically, in terms of the justification, Mr. Brian will offer it at the end, once you're done with the finals. So basically, the teams that are proceeding, we have Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology and Multimedia University. So I call upon the 2 teams to take their seats.
Aya, tukiwa wadogo tulikuwa tunaimba 1 2. Wani nyinyi mlisoma? Mimi nilisoma shule ya kibanda. Watu wakienda global school zenyewe ni maisha ni ngumu kuishi. So, team 1, J quad hapa and Multimedia University. Hapa nimebakia hivi. Nimekuja haraka. Mkae tu penye tunataka. Let me tell you something about JQuat. We launched JKESA 3 weeks ago or 4. About 3 weeks ago. Hawakuwa kabisa, but 3 weeks ago we brought them into KESA. Sasa mnaona mambo kesa inafanya. Watu wadogo wanakuja wakiwa na moto. Wakiwa na moto, wazee wanatulizwa. Aya, tukae. One more. Ama mko futi? One more person. Sasa, I thank you.
Okay, so thank you. And proposing this particular motion is Multimedia University, while those opposing are Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. And the motion reads, this House believes that soft skills such as critical thinking, creativity, and emotional intelligence are just as crucial as technical skills in driving sustainable economic growth and development. May the debate begin.
Fellow panelists, debaters, I am Ade Sinta from Multimedia University, here to propose the motion. The House that soft skills such as critical thinking, creativity, and emotional intelligence are as crucial as technical skills in driving sustainable economic growth. First of all, we must understand there are key points in the motion, which are technical skills, critical thinking, sustainable economic growth, and emotional intelligence. First of all, technical skills. This encompasses the ability to use specific tools, softwares, equipment to perform tasks efficiently and effectively. On to my next point, critical thinking. This refers to the ability to think clearly and rationally, to make understanding the logical connection between ideas. Thirdly, we have emotional intelligence. This refers to the capability of individuals to recognize its own emotions and those of others, to discern between different feelings and label them effectively. Why do I side with the emotion? Why? It has enhanced problem-solving skills. A report by the Work of Economic Forum lists critical thinking as one of the top skills required for jobs in the future. Companies like Google have emphasized learning abilities over specific skills required in the process environment. Emotional intelligence is my second point. Emotional intelligence is critical for effective teamwork, conflict resolution, building strong working relationships. We must agree, if there is no emotional intelligence in a certain company setup, there will be clashes of interest between employees. There will also be conflict of interest. There will be misunderstandings between the employees and the employers. So, I'm here to my last and final point. Adaptability in rapidly changing the future jobs required by the world economy. It fosters innovation. Critical thinking fosters innovation through entrepreneurial skills. And as I rest my case, thank you.
Our first opposer.
Greetings again, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Eli Fetuma, who stands here to oppose this motion that says that this House believes that soft skills such as critical thinking, creativity, and emotional intelligence are as crucial as technical skills in driving sustainable economic growth. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, we all agree that these are crucial tools whenever we work. But again, we are trying to avoid the negative part of it, because we forget that anything that has a positivity in it can never miss a negativity. And now, having such like skills and implementing them in driving the sustainable goals, number one, we believe, as we oppose this motion, that number one, it is going to bring what we call interpersonal conflict. Somebody say interpersonal conflict. Thank you. Interpersonal conflict. And when I say about interpersonal conflicts, there is a difference between intrapersonal and interpersonal conflict. When someone When someone is overly, like you are overly confident and you believe in yourself, and I say that I as an elephant, even when I'm in public, I am emotionally intelligent. It means you are already bringing the pride out of yourself. True or false? Therefore, it brings interpersonal conflicts. And by bringing interpersonal conflicts, we try and forget ourselves. That at times when we are in public or we are in social places, we have to know what we call building and sustaining relationships. Are we together on that? And number two, allow me to mention, it's time consuming. It's time consuming for you to be, if you want to be taught about these soft skills, you have, first of all, it's expensive. If you want to be taught by a professional or an expert, you have to pay for it. True or false? You will have to pay for it. Therefore, it's also time consuming. You'll have to waste your time, and these are easy things. You don't have to go and be taught such like things because it's time consuming. And number two, it's expensive. Lastly, emotional strain. Emotional strain. And ladies and gentlemen, when I talk about emotional strain, at times we tend to make assumptions. Somebody say assumptions. Assumptions. At times you tend to make assumptions. When we are talking about emotional strains, you make assumptions and say, you know what, elephant, you are okay, and yet you are not okay. And number two, we have beliefs and culture. And whenever you are critically or you have these soft skills and you go back home or to your villages, you stick to that culture, you become confused. And that's why I say I oppose this motion. Allow me to bring in the next speaker to give us what he has. Thank you so much.
Second proposer.
Panel, I'd like to ask one question. What are the sum of characteristics of an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is a person who has that critical ability, a person who can identify a business opportunity that is not being trained in classes, that is inborn, that is something that you have in your existence. You are not being taught to be creative. You are not being taught to have that critical ability of thinking and identifying a business opportunity. That is what we call critical thinking. Panelists, I think we need to judge this motion with three metrics. First, I think that we need to consider that aspect of complementary nature of these critical skills. Secondly, I think you have to look at the aspect of innovation and technology that is associated with these critical skills to foster economic growth. Third, I think panelists, you have to accept the fact that critical thinking is an interpersonal skill. It is something that you have in your emotions, something that you can express in nature. That is what we call critical thinking. Panelists, my opposers have failed to explain the fact that, okay, we are opposing this aspect of critical thinking and in critical thinking to foster economic growth and other technical skills to complement technical skills. They have failed to give us a reasonable solution. Okay, you are opposing this motion. What is your recommendation? Which recommendations are you bringing on the table? Which recommendation are you suggesting for the House to follow? That, okay, I'm against critical thinking. I'm against critical thinking in facilitating technical skills to be able to foster economic growth. So you are telling us that doctor doesn't need to have critical thinking? You're telling us that lawyer doesn't have to have critical thinking? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you are implying when you are opposing this motion, that we don't need to have critical thinking? Panelists, I rest my case and that of opposition as well.
Thank you. Second opposer.
Thank you, my learned friends. We should take it with great agony and disappointment that we regard critical thinking and soft skills as the primary skill that we require for any field. Now, because you are a good critical thinker, did you develop the vaccine of coronavirus? Because you're a critical thinker, if her car breaks down, can you use critical thinking on the car? Because you're a critical thinker, if I get sick today, you won't treat. I would like to start our submissions. Technical requirements for industry-specific jobs are the ones that mandate us to have industry technical requirements. For you to do any particular job, and in this particular matter, we have essential services jobs. For instance, we have medicine, we have engineering. The practicality is essential for us to have the technical skills. The technical skills of more often than not offer immediate and measurable business results. We can quantify the results that are drawn from technical requirements. If, for instance, I am a biometric engineer or I am a biosystems engineer, it is easy for you to quantify my skill in terms of the capacity that I have in terms of technical skills. But if you have critical thinking, do we have a metric for measure? Do we have a metric for measure for the success of critical thinking? On to my next point. In innovation, and let us remember that the great theme of this great and auspicious debate is innovation and technology. So in innovation, science and technology, technical skills are more often than not and arguably irreplaceable, because you can't work without technical skills. We are economists. Why are we here? We are pursuing a technical. Productivity and efficiency will be increased because of you having these technical skills. And it is impossible for productivity and efficiency. If you work with a production constraint in economics, you're going to tell me that we could have a 0 point or a negative coefficient when we come to soft skills. But we cannot work without technicality. On to my last point. Talking about complex problem-solving requirements. When we have someone who needs to do something so badly in a company, we don't go for someone with a soft skill. That is why we have a data-driven decision-making, driven by the technical skills. Thank you.
Thank you. Proposer.
PricewaterhouseCoopers, KPMG, SCCA, Deloitte, DGE, all these organizations look at one thing: double scholar. A scholar who is both a double scholar who is all-rounded, a double scholar who is outgoing, a double scholar who can multitask, a double scholar who has a different set of skills at hand. From the word go, we define the motion. And the motion is, as the proposers, we aim at bringing up the significance of soft skills alongside technical skills. All along they've been opposing to the fact that we are against technical skills. No, that is not the case. We are proposing for the significance of soft skills alongside technical skills. And you fail to equally expound on different dimensions and matrices. For example, the first speaker mentioned about interpersonal conflict, and he said that there's interpersonal conflict because it is difficult to build and sustain relationships. But then our question to you is, how does one having soft skills as well as having technical skills at hand build interpersonal conflict? Well, ideally, it should actually promote interpersonal relationship between individuals. You also mentioned about expensiveness. Oh no, that's not a factor. Let's take an example. Our game today is about digital age. And most things, as a matter of fact, have gone digital. And to that regard, you don't have to be in a physical class to obtain the technical skills. So with that to say, expensiveness is not a factor. But ideally, what you should actually be aiming to prove to the audience today is how efficient are you going to access technical skills other than no, it is difficult to access technical skills. Emotional strain. They expounded on emotional strain, but we are talking about soft skills. We are talking about emotional intelligence. We are talking about critical thinking. We are talking about creativity. Someone who is more emotionally constrained is someone who actually lacks soft skills. So in this regard, kindly help in quantifying and measuring how you actually measure emotional strain to other parties, and in this regard, how do you measure emotional strain to individuals who lack soft skills in that regard? Without saying about industrial and technical aspects, as well as innovation, technology, and metrics of measures mentioned by the second opposer. Industry and technical aspect, as I said, is founded by the technical advancement. But that is not to say that, as I put out, that you do not need critical thinking, you do not need creativity, you do not need emotional intelligence to be in a position to equally promoting the industrial and technical aspect. So in that regard, kindly clarify more on how technological advancement actually affects that. Thank you.
It's interesting, fellow brethren, that our fellows cannot defend what they stand for, because simply, allow me to pose a few challenges for them. Between man thinking and machine thinking, choose one. Between competence and optimism, choose one. Between time wastage and time utilization, choose one. It is not that there are people in a population lacking technical skills. It is supposed to be a necessity, which is the mother of invention. If they are lacking, let them find us, they find technical skills. I know already you've chosen machine learning, because number one, it is faster. And how do you make it faster? You learn it. Do you operate a computer? Did you need critical thinking to operate a computer? You needed a tutor. Stop lying. Tell me of a doctor, unless he's a witch doctor, who knows how to do a prescription just because of critical thinking. One? None. Tell me a person out of critical thinking came up with cars. You know, invention is dependent not on critical thinking and emotional intelligence. Hands-on skills. You got to do with your hands. I know up to this point, I would have rested my case. But just like you can see, it is a rhetoric that I have. Where is the case to rest? Thank you.
So the proposing team, you have 72 seconds to give a reply speech. You may begin.
Panel, critical thinking is emotional. Critical thinking is not about something that you are going to acquire in school. This is emotional, something that you inside you. You know why women make best leaders? Because they have that emotional aspect. They can think emotionally. They can have that aspect of critical thinking. That's why women make greater leaders than men. I'm not looking at aspect of technical skills. I'm looking at this aspect of critical skills. Critical skills, something you can think about, something that you can express without going to that class, without being taught by that lecturer. Something that is inborn. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, we have to embrace critical thinking. Imagine you didn't have critical thinking. You can imagine you don't have critical thinking, and you are assuming that you are having technical skills. Where will this take you to? Where will it take you to? You need to incorporate critical thinking to technical skills to enhance economic growth. I rest my case.
Thank you. Now, opposing team, You have 72 seconds to give your replying speech.
In conclusion, fellow congressmen, we know that technical skills will play a paradigm and a poignant and indispensable role in shaping the future of our economy. We know that they provide the necessary expertise and knowledge required for specific tasks. And without knowledge, there is no basis of anything. I want to quote the Bible. Or rather, for the interest of everyone, let me proceed in a technical and professional way. Technical skills are the building blocks of innovation, resilience, specialization, and decision-making in every other economic aspect. And as a result, it is incomprehensible for us to think that we can proceed without technical skills. Where is the world going without technical skills? If there were no technical skills, we wouldn't have this microphone. If there were no technical skills, you wouldn't have that smartphone to look for an answer to answer me. If there were no technical skills, we wouldn't have all what is before us. So join us and let us continue fostering technical skills to the world. Team JQuad, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you to our able debaters, and back to you.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There being no case, we wish to extend the case which is not there. Sijui kama ni hiyo. Thank you so much. You can rest pale, mazawadi zikipangwa pale na pale, majibu zikingojwa, tunaweza kaa pale nyuma. We really appreciate. Na mmefanya kazi safi. Mmefanya kazi safi. This is multimedia. Multimedia tulikuwa hapo 3 weeks ago. Si ndio? Yeah, this is one of the chairpersons and we appreciate. Let me give a chance to Mr. Mokaya to say a word before I bring in the judges to give the final remarks. Na naona kuna some medals here. Sijui kama nabepo moja pia ama.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Great debates. You guys are amazing. A hand of applause to yourselves. They say men are called, but few are chosen. Some guys got emotional, they got out of the hall. I hope they are well wherever they are. But I must commend you for remaining and staying the course to the very end. But I want to make a simple announcement. Mokaya Leadership Consulting Center is organizing the Mombasa Global Business Conference. We are taking now the economic debate to the global level. And the theme is advancing the inclusion of youth and women in the African Free Continental Trade Area market. The AFTA is the world's biggest trading bloc with a GDP of more than $3 trillion. And so, instead of focusing on how you can sell your goods and services locally, you can sell your goods down in Tanzania, across in Uganda, down in South Africa, and even in the Middle East, when the war between Palestine and Gaza ends, and Israel ends. But what I'm saying is this: I want now to officially extend a warm hand of welcome to all of you on the 8th of December, 2023, at the White Peacock Resort in Twapa, Mombasa. We shall be there. KESA is our official partner, and we are partnered to organize that conference. And so, I look at you comrades as friends whom I welcome. And because you're amazing people, the ticket is going for 7,000, which caters for your meals and also for your conference materials. But I said, for KESA, I will give a discount. So I told the executive, I'll give you guys 2,000 discount, so you pay 5,000. But having sat here the whole day and seen your great debates and your amazing presentations, I'm extending that discount further so that you pay only 4,500. So that will cater for the conference meals the conference gift pack. And so your only work is to bring yourself to the venue of the conference, and you know your budget, where you want to be accommodated. We can help you find a very affordable accommodation around that area. The places are very, very affordable, so that we be able to take this, this debate to the global arena. Our keynote speaker is none other than Dr. Robert Brale. For this, he will be there in person because he is the keynote speaker. And we have the founder of Africa Women in Trade and African Women in Europe. We have a speaker from Ghana, and we have another speaker from the diaspora in Europe, and many more speakers are confirming. So welcome. Let us continue the conversation. And I'm also announcing here that whoever will be awarded as the top 2 debaters, I will not charge them any fee, and I will give that as a token of appreciation to the KESA team. So KESA team, give me the top 2 debaters. I'll cater for your tickets, for your meals, so you only pay only for your accommodation. Thank you.
Goja. This is how we are playing. 5, 6, 7, 8. Tukisema 5, 6, 7, 8 tunafanya pa. Umeshika? Aya, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hao wamepiga mwisho wale walisoma Kiswahili. Thank you so much.
Thanks, John. Good evening. Good evening. I understand, I know, I am also concerned that it is late, but we've all learned, have we? Right about now, we are going to the final bit of the stretch, and I want to thank you most sincerely for staying through. We're going to the awarding ceremony. The awarding ceremony, we have different sections of awards. We have the Ambassadors Awards, the Leadership Training Award. We also have our Judges Awards and Rapporteurs. We also have, of course, the teams, the presenting teams. We also have other awards that we will say. Remember the hashtag you told in the morning? Part of that is also the award. I'll welcome the ambassadors, and I'll also welcome our PS representative to issue this. The ambassadors in recognition of the efforts they've been putting. Then the office of the PS representative, Dr. Joyce, will also help us give the leadership certificates to those who are here. Then after that, we will, of course, award the teams. Then we will call it a day. So, ambassadors, please come on board as Terry comes. We will be happy to appreciate. Don't they look lovely? They look very lovely, and we appreciate it. We can appreciate our ambassadors for the good work they've done. All right, thank you. I'll start with Naomi. Are we okay, photographer? Anastasia, thank you so much. Safe, thank you. Paul, Muika, thank you very much. Anne, thank you very, very much. Spencer, thank you very, very much. Thank you, please don't leave. Linda, Nicole. Thank you very much. Janet, thank you very, very much. Agnes, hola, Angie. She loves Angie more than Agnes. And finally, he is the ambassador's team lead. He is Mr. Paul. Yes. Thank you very, very much. All right, we can have one general picture with our guests. Let's make a good with our guests. you very much. That's Calvin Paul. That's a bit. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Before you leave, ma'am, let me invite the KESA executive. We also want to appreciate them for their efforts. Again, this work is voluntary, so at any point you want to apply for any KESA leadership role, this is purely on voluntary merit. So KESA executive, please come aboard. KESA executive who are here. John, please come aboard. Time back. Alright, they're all here. So I'll start with our Chief Financial Officer, Ms. Elizabeth Okwat. And appreciate our CFO. I'll go to our Vice Chairperson, Ms. Marion. Ms. Marion Grace, thank you. I'll then go to our Organizing and Legal Secretary, Mr. Moses. I'll go to our Secretary General, Mr. Eric. I'll go to our Communications and Marketing Director, Mr. John. Then I think, I'm not so sure who should award this, but you can announce it for me. I'm here. My name is Victor. Before again you leave finally, yes, we can have a picture with the executive. Thank you so much. Please come closer. Thank you. All right, finally, we have those who undertook the KESA leadership training, and you're here. Please come aboard. Please, for a few more seconds. Please come so that we award you this. Thank you. Please come very fast. Please come very fast. So, KESA also organizes leadership trainings, as you saw on what we do. Thank you. Thank you. Janet, Ombi, start with you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And Gige, thank you very much. Thank you. Chris Kabaka, thank you very, very much. Agnes Anjiru, thank you. Anastasia, thank you very much again. Paul, thank you. Spencer, thank you very much. Linda, Nicole, thank you. Owino, Juliet, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. So we can have one general photo before we finally release Dr. Joyce to take a leave. We can. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. We can spread on the other side. The executive, you may join. The executive are the one who facilitated this training, which took 3 months, right? Thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Terry, we may now release you so that we take care of you. Thank you very, very much. You also, at this point in time, can be guided by the chief adjudicator. We want to, in a special way, recognize all the judges, adjudicators, and rapporteurs who've made this a success. Don't think the chief adjudicator, I know they're consulting somewhere, but the judges and the rapporteurs, if you're here, please come on stage so that we give you something very small to keep on remembering Kesa for. Thank you. Thank you as you come. Togaja, I see the round. Please come down. Our rapporteurs and judges. Kesa executive present. Kesa executive present. Please come. Please come. The other rapporteurs, I think they are deliberating. All right. At this point in time, the hashtag Kesa, hashtag national debate, hashtag Orwakidala. If you took part in the challenge and you feel you have the highest likes, highest, retweets, likes, please raise your hand if you want to see and confirm. In Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, IG, Facebook, let us see those who did that and where we are at the moment. No one tweeted? Nobody posted on Facebook? No one? Alright, let's see. Just confirm something there. This is called the 11th hour. The judges are back. I can see ile inaitwa Serena Deliberations. Serena Hotel, the Cherera 4, the Bugatti 3. Okay. Where are we at? Anyone else? Jonas, you confirm? Let me invite Mr. Ken Obere and Mr. Obedli Jodi. These are two chairpersons of association, one from Kenyatta, one from Kwea, the Catholic University. They've hosted national events, and so this is just to say thank you for the continued good work that you've done. Mr. Obed and Mr. Ken, please come. I'll invite Alvin Mokaya to present this to you. Thank you. Mr. Ken. Obed was somewhere here. Obed Mitodi. Alright. Alright, please, Obed. Oh, Obed is here. Oh, you can move closer to the banner. The guest of honor. Thank you. So we all can take one picture with Mr. Alvin. Thank you very much. We'll take a picture. Thank you. John, where are we at? Now, we are also going to award the host delegate, Mr. Norbert. Norbert is here. Please appreciate Norbert as he makes it here. the other way. Yeah, thank you. All right. Let's appreciate Norbert once again. Thank you. It's okay. All right. Now, who has the highest tweets, likes? We are there? Not yet. Now, from 34, inakuwa verified. All right. Now, we want to give a random award to one of us here. There are two gentlemen who said, Wasonga Mbele, they gladly did so. Where are they? I remember them by face though. Yeah. So you pick this on behalf of the two of you. I'm not so sure what you'll do or how you'll divide this. Thank you as you come. Thank you. Thank you. So, it's good to be a good gentleman or lady. Thank you. We have the one. All right. There is the IG, Twitter. Let's get the winners.
Okay. Hey, poleni. Sauti ni mzito bwana. Nimekula ugali. IG stroke. TikTok. Sema TikTok. Hiyo mnataka kutoa goes to Spencer Mhoja. Kuja Spencer kwa wapi? Spencer. Watu mkienda pale kwa page. Tunasema watu wangu wa Facebook, hakuna. I'm sorry I seek to factor more of Facebook because of time and the presence that we have. 4 Twitter Moses Ogilo. Makofi. Wala wewe umezeeka. This is an alumni na anabado na wewe Twitter. Wala wewe hapana. Are we giving alumni hata kama amewini? Atapewa mingi. Wewe ni alumni na wewe na wini bado. Hiyo si fair. Teach comrades.
And rapporteurs, before you give us our results, we also want to give you an award. So please come before you hand us over with our final Form 37A. Mr. Kepa, Mr. Mugomi, our other judge, please come and we'll be happy to learn and invite, of course, Mr. Morris from Glasshead, come and award the Finally, we are getting into the climax of this. We want to get both. Let's just appreciate the better in Thank you. All right, we want to appreciate the debaters for what they've done. Mr. Kefa. All right. All right, I'm reminded that the winner in the Facebook hashtag, hashtag Kesa, hashtag Warwakidala, hashtag. Please, Kefa, don't sit. Just come and collect your award as our chief adjudicator. And this will be presented by again Mr. Morris. Please come and present this. Next. Thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Emmanuel Abiola has the most likes on Facebook. Any digital influencer pale to Facebook. Thank you. Alright. We are headed to the climax. We want to know who are our first runners up, second runners up, and those who debated well. And that's why you're giving reports to influence the policies you give. Good to go? Alright. Mr. Kef, in the shortest time possible. Thank you. So as they come, we'll start with the second runners up. I'll invite Corazon, of course, to award this.
Thank you to our chief guest, to the audience, to our formidable debaters, and to everybody that has made this event a success. We come finally to what we have been waiting for. So basically, in terms of the final debate, which gives us the first runners-up and the winner, first we must admit that this came again after a careful process whereby we had to reconvince ourselves once again, such that initially majority had sided on one side, but after careful consideration, one of the judges was swayed otherwise based on the evidence that was articulated by one of us. So the first runners-up, yeah. So at position number 4, we have Maseno University. Then second runners-up, Catholic University.
The debaters, please come.
Cheki mzee. Nataka kukitu alafu naike na sound effect.
our first runners-up during this debate are none other than so to our first runners-up, Jomo Kenyatta University. And finally, our title holders during the second National Economic Students Debate. We have Multimedia University.
All join in with the guest executive and please over to you.
Finally, to the best debater. So fortunately, or rather unfortunately, every other person made it to be a runner-up. That's why we are considering just the best debater for this particular tournament that we had. So our best debater comes from Kabrak University, and the person is Susan Kabucho. Yeah, so just 2 to 3 minutes, one of us is going to just elaborate in terms of the criteria so that everything is clear, although you will share the minutes later on. Yes, Brian.
Thank you, Kepa. Okay, I can shout. So thank you. I know we are all wondering. We are seeing funny moments here, and we were seeing things that we expected would count,